Hi everyone, this is Cassidy and I'm going to demonstrate in CodePen how to create an SVG tree like this one right here. So if you look at the tree shape, hopefully you can see that it's created by 5 different shapes. We have 4 triangles and then a rectangle at the bottom. I'm going to add a stroke to the triangles real fast just so you can see those shapes. So there they are. We got 4 right in a row. Take that off. So we have to create 4 triangles, and we're going to do that by using this polygon element right here. So this element is used to create a closed shape of at least 3 sides, but you can also use the polygon element for a hexagon or an octagon, anything over 3 sides. So since we're making triangles, we're going to use the polygon element. We're going to add in our points to create our triangle. So we will use X and Y coordinates for each corner of the polygon. So hopefully you've learned by now that the X takes it over, the point over, and the Y takes it down. So our first one is going to be 210 by 0, 330 by 120, and 90 by 120. And there's our first triangle. So if you look at our coordinates, you'll see right here 120 and 120. Those are going to be our bottom points here. If we were to adjust those numbers, say to 220 and 220, you can see that we would have a bigger triangle. But since I already have my numbers worked out, I'm going to take it back to where we were. Now, all we have to do to make this tree shape is to add in 3 more triangles. But we need 3 more polygon elements. So to save you guys from watching me do this, I'm just going to go ahead and add it in right here. Okay, so I had to stop it real fast to figure out what I did wrong, but I just forgot that little closing tag there. Okay, there we go. So we've added in our other 3 triangles to create our tree shape. So if you'll notice, each time our Y's here are becoming bigger and the X's on the left side are becoming smaller and the X's on the right side are becoming larger. And so we do that with the triangles because that's going to make the fuller tree shape. If we were to change these X numbers so that they always stayed the same, whoops, there we go. So if we were to change these so that they were always the same, it would just kind of create this skinny tree and it wouldn't look as good. But it also demonstrates how making those changes to the X and Y coordinates really affects the size and how it looks. All right, so I'm going to change that back to how it was. And the last thing we need to do is add in our rectangle. So we used the RECT rect, and I'm going to give it an ID of rectangle. And I'm going to give it its coordinates because we want it over towards the middle, which is our X, and then we want to move it down, which is going to be our Y. And we're going to send it down to the bottom. And then we're going to close this off just like that. So a quick tip that I learned about rectangles, and when I figured this out when I was trying to do my cards because I couldn't figure out how to change the rectangle so that it had rounded corners. So you can use the RX and RY attributes to round the corner of the rectangle. I mean, you can even just do RX equals, we'll just do like 5, and maybe that wasn't enough. Do 15. And you can see that the rectangle now has rounded corners. So that's a good little tip if you're interested in doing that. So there you have it. That's my super quick tutorial on how to make an SVG tree. Thanks for watching.